Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Ravnica Remastered draft here on the channel. We're going to be going pick by pick and play by play through this cool compilation set, as it were. And we've got all the cards, images in the corner. I'll also be zooming in, but we're going to be going pick by pick and play by play because this is a cool set, but it's also kind of complicated with a ton of mechanics and stuff like that. So, that being said, this isn't really a playable card in Limited. Like 9 mana for a 5/6 flyer, you just never get to 9 mana. Moving on, Skewer the Critics is a really good common. Just 1 mana, deal 3, tremendous upside, and that's definitely a front runner. The land, if this was in person, I mean, you could draft it for money, but this is like a phantom draft, I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm trying to win anyway, so this is how I would draft in person. When they sack permanent, so if you play specifically black, red, it can be good. You can take gold cards early in this set because there is a lot of support for 2-color archetypes, but it's still not that flexible. So yeah, this card's fine. Overwhelm can do some stuff. But I think I'm pretty happy with a Skewer the Critics to start things off. Okie doke. Now, following that up, Moldervine Cloak is a great card. It doesn't look like much, but it just turns all of your creatures into just absolute beaters for 3 mana over and over. Like, the dredge on this really actually makes it quite good. The best red card in the pack is either Kranko's Command to make 2 1/1 tokens, or Burning Tree Vandal as like a way to get some filtering through. I think Kranko's Command is the best red card. I'm not going to take a Guildgate this early. And then Nightveil Sprite's also really nice as an uncommon. Just filters through your deck, finds you what you need, triggers Spectacle for cards like Skewer the Critics. So honestly, pretty close pick here. Condemn is also like really good if you're a defensive deck, because I mean most decks end up attacking you at some point, and that's just really good. So I think it's between the Sprite, the Moldervine Cloak, and the Kranko's Command. I think I'm willing to move away from red just to try to dip into something more powerful. And that means it's between the Cloak and the Sprite. And I'm going to take the Cloak. I think this just buffing up a creature to turbo-sized over and over sounds pretty good. And we're going to follow this up. And now there's honestly pretty good follow-ups here. There's a Scab Clan Mauler, which plays great in this sort of red-green aggro deck. Cindervines, not as much. But if my opponent is trying to cast some non-creature spells, I mean, this is more of a sideboard card than anything. Homing Lightning, 4 to a creature and each creature with the same name. So 4 mana, deal 4, instant speed. Pretty reasonable removal spell. Scab Clan, as I already discussed. Experiment 1 as a nice 1-drop to kickstart the aggression. I think it's between Homing Lightning and yeah, I think this is the best pick. This card's not really going to do that much. Return a permanent and get 2 1/1s. It can be okay, but I think Homing Lightning, 4 mana, deal 4 to a creature, and then sometimes you'll snipe 2 things and feel like a genius. Repeal is also reasonable. I also like just sticking to 1 color because I can still just pivot this into anything. I don't have to pair it with the Moldervine Cloak. Okay, and now we get a nice little reward, I think. Rakdos Firewheeler is really, really powerful if we play black-red. And yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. Just 4 mana, 4/3, get like a nice little tempo advantage. Just huge. This card, 7 mana is just a lot in Limited. It's just so hard to facilitate that. We did pass an early Mayhem Devil, so black-red might be like somebody might have taken that. Dogpile's not my favorite card. There's a Gruul Guildgate if I wanted to play the Moldervine Cloak. Taste for Mayhem's not particularly great. Krakenura is, I guess, an okay card, but we're going to just take the Rakdos Firewheeler pretty happily here. 4th pick, and we still don't have to play either red-green or red-black, but we're just going to keep taking these cards and see what seems open. Greater Forgeling, so 5 mana for a 3/4 that can get +3, -3, so you can hit them for like 6. Just kind of understated. Gather Courage can be okay, like a potential combat trick. Guildgate. There's Farseek, but I don't think you really want Farseek in your red-green decks. And red is the color that I feel like I'm probably playing. There's also some of these defensive options. I guess I could just try to build like a more defensive red-green deck and then splash around, but I don't think you're really incentivized to splash as much because you want to be able to play cards like the Firewheeler that are super color intensive. So I think here I'll just take Gather Courage or... yeah, I think I'll take Gather Courage. And, yeah, interesting start to the draft so far. Now there is an Experiment 1, Drudge Beetle, and Rakdos Guildgate. All 3 of these are pretty defensible in my opinion. I can either kind of go, as you can see, I started with red, then went green, then went red, then kind of black-red, and then green. Experiment 1 is a nice little aggressive threat. I think Drudge Beetle might just be better on its own merits. And then Rakdos Guildgate helps me cast like Rakdos Firewheeler. It's looking like green might be open. We see Drudge Beetle, Titanic Brawl even, Experiment 1. And Drudge Beetle is just a totally fine card to just put a Moldervine Cloak on. I think I'll take the Drudge Beetle. Guildgate would be nice, but I think I'm just going to take this over the Experiment 1 as well. Just give myself a rock solid 2-drop. Scorch Rusalka. Sack something to deal damage. A Forgeling, a Moss Dog. Ghostway. Yeah, that's not my favorite card. We are seeing some like Is It cards. Like we see it, just seen some like random blue-red stuff. I think Moss Dog is not the worst. We already have Moldervine Cloak. But Drudge Beetle does do some good stuff with like Self Mill. Recasting a 3/3 every turn is not the end of the world in the late game, just like always having access to one. I don't love Quicken. I think we'll just take the Moss Dog. And now turn something +6/+6, and you can sack it to make a 6/6. Loaming Shaman, Guildgate, Solana Ledgewalker. Really good combo with the Moldervine Cloak. Just turns it into a 4/4, basically unblockable. I think I'm just going to take the Wormweaver Coil. Just giving something +6/+6 is really nice. And I can just start taking the Solana Ledgewalkers higher. That is a common. I can probably get some of them. Now, we are seeing... Let's just sort by mana value now. Looking like green is the most open. Red hasn't been particularly open. We're seeing an Overwhelm here. There's also a Conclave Equinaut. Titanic Brawl is kind of a fight spell. If a creature has a counter, especially. I think I'll take Overwhelm. Just stick to green, potentially. If I do end up in that spot. And now the Nightveil Sprite Wield. Well, this is another great home for a Wormweaver Coil or a Moldervine Cloak. I could play blue-green. I'm not opposed to that. There's also Siege Worm. See if I can make the cards a little bit bigger. Oh, I can't make the cards in my deck a little bit bigger. Yes, I can. Perfect. Hopefully that makes things a little bit easier to follow, but I'll just take the Nightveil Sprite. I almost took it the first time. This card's just really good. Filters your draws, wears Aura's great. Wow, and then Scab Clan Mauler Wield, and Cindervine's Wield, and Fungal Rebirth Wield. So maybe we can just play red-green. Gruul Guildgate came back. I'll take that over Stalking Vengeance. Forgeling or Helium. I kind of like giving stuff flying, but... yeah, I'll just take the blue card. Muddle, sure. So red-green's on the table. Blue-green's on the table. Ooh. Replicate, so you can create a copy of Token, Rhythm of the Wild, Terramander, Fists of Ironwood to make some tokens. Mugging just deals 2. I think green is where I'd like to take cards if I can. But there's not a crazy good green card here. Terramander is pretty dang good, I think. Especially because it wears the cloak and the Wormweaver Coil so well. So I'm just going to take this here over like Rhythm of the Wild. I don't think this is particularly good. Another Cindervines. Utopia Sprawl is really good if you can get this going. Just early game ramp is very powerful. Thrall, so flying is just really good with the Aurus kind of strategy I have. But it looks like we're just kind of going blue-green. Red didn't seem that open, pack 1. And green seemed open enough. Ooh, now there's a Frilled Mystic. There's also Borborygmos. So you can discard lands to just shoot stuff. It also costs 8, though, so just not really that feasible. Sinister Sabotage, Frilled Mystic. I'm just going to take the Frilled Mystic. Banded Together is also a nice one. But it's looking like blue was the most open. We wheeled Nightveil Sprite. That's kind of a nice signal point for me. And I think we can maybe get something going here. We are seeing some Gruul cards. But I just like Frilled Mystic. And then Solana Ledgewalker. Nice. We're going to take the default art version. Because, ooh, what's this do again? Creature get +2/+0. It's untapped, you get O2. Tap or untap. It just costs so much mana. I think this card's just going to be good in my deck. I've got plenty of good synergies with it. Hopefully I can put some counters on it. We'll see what we can do. The reason I'm taking the normal art version is it's more likely that I get a second copy of a normal art version, and then if my opponent sees both copies, like sees a copy in a game, it's like a very niche thing. But like if in game 1 they see the normal art version, in game 2 they see the retro art version, then they know that I have 2 of them for sideboarding for game 3. I think I'll take Drudge Beetle over Radical Idea. Junk Troller's not really great. I wouldn't mind a Civic Saber, but it's not great in my deck. My cards aren't really gold cards. Drudge Beetle's just fine. Another good thing to just put on creatures. Gather Courage, Hyora's Dam Breaker, Fists of Ironwood. Fists of Ironwood kind of plays well with this like Overwhelm plan, but I'm kind of just like on the Coil Cloak plan a little bit. Whisper Agent's a little hard to cast. Kind of just want to take Gather Courage as like a free way to cast spells potentially. I wouldn't mind playing this Overwhelm though. I have a lot of creatures. Yeah, I don't really need to go for Fists of Ironwood though, I don't think. It is kind of nice with the like Wormweaver Coil. Or the Molder. I guess I will take Fists. You can also enchant your opponent's creature. It'll give it trample, but you still get the 1/1s. I think abandoning red was a good choice here. Pretty happy about that. Repeal's nice. I can just do all sorts of stuff. I'm going to get to the late game a lot with this deck, I think. I don't really want the Gruul Guildgate. Even though I have 2 of them and the Utopia Sprawl, I still don't think I want to splash like Homing Lightning. And just getting an on-color interaction spell is nice. Vidalcan Mesmerist. 8 mana, make 2 4/4s actually could be okay in this deck. It's kind of maybe a late game ramp deck to some degree. Put a counter on a creature, beginning of an upkeep. That's a little bit slow. Quicken, Mesmerist, Shieldmate. I'll just take the 8 mana spell. And then we wield Siege Worm and also Fists of Ironwood. Let's just start cutting the cards to like get an idea of our curve. Siege Worm could be okay. We have a decent number of cheap guys. If I get this down for like 5 mana, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, let's do it. Leapfrog. I don't have that many instants and sorceries. I'll just take the Sprouting Renewal. Could also take Titanic Brawl, but Sprouting Renewal seems fine. Just to have access to copy that. I get a Titanic Brawl anyway. Totally Lost as an interaction spell. Downsize is just medium, I think. Radical Idea. So I've just got a real rock-solid blue-green deck, it looks like. So when it becomes a target, return it to its owner's hand. 4 mana, 3/3. Take the Dam Breaker. Maybe I can get some counters going. Blue-green does have some counter synergy like Helium. Drudge Beetle can make counters on stuff. Caramander can get counters. Port of Calling. Eyes Everywhere. That's pretty... The second ability is funny because you exchange it, and if they're not playing a blue deck, then you just get the thing forever. But then they get to scry every turn. Court of Calling. Do I have any good creatures to get? I mean, I can Court of Calling for a Frilled Mystic. I mean, I have a couple token makers potentially. I'll try it. Seems kind of cute. Maybe not good, but interesting. I don't think Eyes Everywhere is particularly great. Like, taking their best thing and then letting them scry every turn doesn't seem like the winning recipe. This is just a bad pack for me anyway. For my blue-green deck. Gruul Guildmage. There's a Solana Ledgewalker, a Simic Guildgate. I like the Simic Guildgate a lot. Gruul Guildmage. Giving a creature +2/+2 until end of turn is not bad. Making an unblockable creature that bounces something. So I can bounce Frilled Mystic. I can bounce... I don't know. I hope to wield a Ledgewalker. I don't think I will, though. But I have 1 copy of it already. Guildgate could be fine. Keymaster Rogue is also the sort of thing that can be fine. Being unblockable is a nice touch. This card's pretty good, I think. Yeah, put a counter on a creature, give it indestructible, or to create 3 1/1s. Just the green part of this card's pretty good. So yeah, I think it's between this card as a combat trick and Simic Guildgate. I want to be able to cast my Frilled Mystic is the thing. Tough pick. Just gonna take the Guildgate. Kind of just the way I operate. 6 mana 4/2 flash isn't very good. I'll take a Ledgewalker over a Dam Breaker. Demon Fire is really good. X any target. I mean, it's solid. It's like you can like end the game with it. Ooh, another Moldervine Cloak. That's actually huge for me. That like really makes my deck come together. I wouldn't mind this card. Honestly, this pack is insane. Coiling Oracle's great as well. Another Guildgate, but yeah, this is a great Moldervine Cloak deck. I kind of built my deck around it, and getting a second copy is great. Cloudfin Raptor, Simic Signet. I like the Raptor. I can put Moldervine Cloaks on it. It'll grow over time. Fits my strategy. I like the Rentorn too, but I think Raptor's good. There's a Sprawl. There's a Moss Dog. I don't need a second Moss Dog. I'll just take another Sprawl. I'm going to have a lot of forests in my deck anyway. Drudge Beetle. Ooh, another Wormweaver Coil. My deck is actually a really sweet, like, synergy auras deck. Pit Dragon's pretty reasonable. But yeah, Wormweaver Coil. I'm just like, get an evasive threat, put a giant thing on it, and be in good shape. I don't think I'll mind a Croconura. 3 mana, 1/3 that can grow. I could also just take Fists of Ironwood to like make more things that can convoke stuff out. I have Court of Calling, I guess, as a payoff for that, but I think Croconura is just nice. Just 3-drop that can grow and be scary. I'll take Titanic Brawl. I'll have some big creatures maybe running around. 31 cards here, so I'm going to have to make some cuts. But I'm liking where I'm at. The Moldervine Cloak plan is going to be sweet. I don't think I need the Greater Moss Dog, because I kind of have all the Moldervine stuff I need. The Helium, don't think I need that either. Even though I have some maybe counter synergies, I can probably cut that. I can probably cut the Dam Breaker. I have 10 creatures, so I'm just going to cut the Overwhelm. I'm going to keep the Radical Idea as a way to just fuel my like engines, just draw through my deck. Horncaller's Chant, probably not necessary. Yes, Ledgewalker, let's go. It's basically unblockable a lot of the time. I'm going to cut the Fists of Ironwood. I'm going to cut the Siege Worm, Quarter Calling, Horncaller's Chant. I'm just going to be a mean, lean, play my cheap cards, and win the game machine. Utopia Sprawl is kind of like a land, so I can probably add back some of those spells. So I'll just figure that out at the end. I like having 1 Sprouting Renewal. The Croconura is nice, even though I don't have that much of an ability to adapt. I'm just going to keep all the essentials. Whoa! We wield Coiling Oracle? Nice. I could just take the Guildgate, too. I think the Coiling Oracle's better. There's also this guy, which is good, but Coiling Oracle's great. Signet. Moss Dog or Overwhelm, sure. Man, this was a close pick with the 5 mana 4/4 Haster, honestly, but Coiling Oracle's good. Especially because you can turn it into a real threat with the Moldervine Cloak. 3 Solana Ledgewalkers, 2 Drudge Beetles. I just have a good late game plan here in place, which is just like put a Wormweaver Coil on something and just hit him with an unblockable threat. I like the Radical Idea to dig through my deck for my synergy pieces because I am kind of a combo deck. Horncaller's Chant is tempting, making 2 4/4s with Trample, but it does cost 8, which as I was saying is just so much mana. Siege Worm could be doable. I think I'm going to want the 2 Titanic Brawls to give myself some interaction. Helium. Yeah, it doesn't even give the thing flying. It's just kind of slow. I could play the Dam Breaker, or I could just play the Fists. So this is kind of 20. So this is a land for sure. So that's 24, and then these 2. I could just play it like this. Play the 2 Titanic Brawls. I have 11 creatures, 13 non-creatures. Croconura is honestly looking pretty bad here. Because what's adapting it? Not much. Not much at all. Like I play... Yeah, I can't play Croconura. Because all my stuff... Like I have 1-2 cards that can adapt it. Because my plan is just put a Wormweaver Coil on like a cheap flyer. It's like Cloudfin Raptor, even though it doesn't adapt very much, like it can adapt from playing a Ledgewalker and then like 1 other creature or something. Or a Drudge Beetle then. Or something like that. So I think I'm going to cut that. The Dam Breaker... I have Drudge Beetles to put counters, Cloudfin Raptor to get counters, Terramander to get counters sometimes. I could just take put a Moss Dog in. Moss Dog dredging can help me find Moldervine Cloaks. Court of Calling could also be okay. Like 6 mana, get a Ledgewalker, get a Cloudfin, get a Nightveil Sprite. Nightveil Sprite's great in this deck. Could also play Fists. Could also play Siege Worm. I don't think I want Overwhelms in my 10 creature deck. So this is -3, so I'm going to add maybe 2 spells here because I've got these 2 Utopia Sprawls, which I'm going to play, and this is a land. So I need to add, I think, 3 more spells here because I want to play 6. No, so I'm going to play 16 lands plus the 2 Utopia Sprawls. So that's 18 more. And so that means that I need to add 1 more spell here. I could add just the big guy. Could add the Greater Moss Dog. Could add Fists of Ironwood. Just so I can give something trample, potentially. Like Solana Ledgewalker if they have Random Flyer. That could be okay. I'm going to add Fists of Ironwood. And then I do that. Sort by color. Definitely want to bias towards green because my Utopia Sprawls can fix my mana. Add, I think I'm going to go 9 forests, 6 islands. That's 15, 16. Honestly, I could go 10-5 probably. I don't have any double blue spells except the Frilled Mystic. And that gives me 5, 6, 8 blue sources if I include the Utopia Sprawls. Yeah, that's definitely enough. And it'll make sure I always have a forest for Utopia Sprawl. Save deck. I'm excited to see how this does. Let's get to the games. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my channel at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is basically a way to tip the channel if you've been enjoying it, if you've been finding more success in your drafts thanks to my strategy content, but also you gain access to some cool rewards in the process, like my card-by-card tier list and other cool perks. So it's like if you tipped a waiter at a restaurant and then they brought you a free piece of pie. So it's kind of like a cool win-win situation if you are enjoying my videos and want to support my channel anyway. I want to give a special shout out to those who support the channel at the credits level. It really does mean a lot and it really does help out the channel. Without further ado, though, let's get to the games. Welcome to round number 1. We have won the die roll. We definitely want to play with this deck. Let's move this up here so we can see all the cards. Well, this is a great hand. Kind of have everything we're looking for. Turn 1, turn 2, and then we just dig for our auras. We even have some ramp. We're on the play. Nice evasive start. We have the perfect place to put our Moldervine Cloak, if we find it. Still just going to lead with the Cloudfin Raptor. I could have played Utopia Sprawl on turn 1 on my forest, and then played these 2 guys on turn 2. But I like just getting in for as much damage as possible. My deck is kind of in a race against the clock to some degree. I like this radical idea. It's going to really just help me filter my draw. I could play Greater Moss Dog purely to try and dredge my Moldervine Cloaks more often. It's definitely something I could consider doing. But I like the Solana Ledgewalker plan. I have 4 big auras, and I think that's enough to give my deck the consistency it needs. Because a 4/4 hexproof unblockable is really hard to deal with. Okay, what are they doing? Roll, okay. So they can actually block my Ledgewalker now. That's great. So I play this on a forest. I'm going to let it make green mana so I can play all the spells I want here. Because I need to be able to get double green and a blue. Actually, I just need double green. So yeah, double green. Fight their guy. They gain a life. Play the Ledgewalker. And then attack. So there, I'm trying to stop them from enabling Spectacle. My Titanic Brawl is not getting much better right now. And I have this radical idea to like filter through a little bit. I only have 1 blue mana, but that was the weakness of that play. That's kind of what I needed to do. Okay, let's see what you're up to, buddy. We've got like 3 unblockable almost, and we don't really want to trade. Because I think we're the aggressor here. Though they look like they maybe have some aggression going as well. Light up the stage. Okay, Sky Knight Legionnaire, which they can't cast, and Demon Fire, which they can't really use right now. I guess they can kill a Cloudfin Raptor. But, pretty good for me. They played their land first, too. Okay, they can't play both those spells, I don't think, as well, which is good. Okay. So this, if it's a land card, I put on the battlefield, otherwise put in my hand. Might as well use this one. It is a land. Nice. Send in the gang. So the Utopia Sprawl naming green does clog my mana a little bit, but the Coiling Oracle got my land out. And should be fine. They found a white source to play the Sky Knight Legionnaire. Okay. And now they can block my Ledgewalker. So that's a development. Okay, they lost the Demon Fire. Here comes Radical Idea. And the Cloak, right on cue. I love putting it on my Hexproof guy. They're just kind of on a... They're not on a 4-turn clock because they can jump block, but if they start attacking me, I can attack them back with my other Hexproof guy. Moldervine Cloak was perfect. Krenko. Yeah, so they don't even really have jump blockers. My Cloudfin Raptor can hold back these 1/1s all day long. Sky Knight Legionnaire, sure. So now they can threaten the double block. Oh, not anymore. So we're going to put this here. I think just to have a massive attacker. Or I could put it here and threaten lethal. Yeah, that seems even better. Because then I can attack with both. They're going to double block the one Solana Ledgewalker, and then the other one's lethal. And I think I can attack with this guy. No, they can jump block it. Yeah, this is good. My strategy is kind of cheesy, you might say. But it's also pretty fun. I have no cards in hand. They concede. Nice. Okay, so we're against a aggro deck. So it's mostly red-white. Looks like they're splashing a tiny bit of black. So against red-white, what do I want? A 3/3 on the ground doesn't seem like it does much. Krakenura actually lines up decently well against their Sky Knight Legionnaire. So I'm going to bring that guy in. And then what will I cut? Repeal is not as good against their haste guys. Totally Lost is kind of expensive as interaction. I'm just going to do that. Cheapens my deck a little bit. I could take out Repeal as well. Because, like, bouncing a Sky Knight Legionnaire doesn't actually gain you that much because it has haste. Okay, well, this is a good hand. This is pretty much what my deck does, is just plays Ledgewalker and then hopes for the best. I have some ramp that I could draw. Yeah, this is a good reason to keep Repeal in. Okay, Night Veil Sprite is going to do what I want it to do. It'll filter my draws, give me good spells to play while I set up my combo. This is maybe one of my best matchups are control decks because they can't kill my combo pieces because they're hexproof. So I now have all the lands that I need to enact my game plan. I could have played a Solana Ledgewalker there if I was worried about an instant speed removal spell, but I really wasn't, and I want to start filtering my draws to find good spells to cast. Sky Knight. Demon Fire, okay. Not the end of the world. They're not developing their board. They're only hitting me for 1. Anything that buys me time, because once I get this thing assembled, they're just super dead, I feel like. Okey-doke. Ledgewalker. A Moldervine would actually be really good, but I'm not complaining here. This needs to attack with 2 other creatures. Ooh, that's a big guy. 5/4 Trampler. Okay. Okay, I see what you're doing, friend. I am in trouble. Okay, that's not nothing. So it doesn't matter what I play because of this thing, so I'll just play a forest. I will attack. If I can, like, just buy some time, the Wormweaver Coils will win me the game eventually, I think. They might try to get a Sky Knight Legionnaire going. Yep. I wonder if they're going to play around Frilled Mystic. I mean, I'm not going to flash it in just to eat their 1/1. Because if they also do nothing on their turn, it's probably good for me. I take 6 here. Take 6 again. Then I play this on that guy. And then I can block. The hope here is certainly that they play a big creature. Okay, what are they going to get? Ooh, Tajik. Well, countering that's going to feel good. Yeah, I don't really want Tajik in play. It got to be said. I will use its ability. Thank you very much. Spell. That's a spell. It's not a very good one, but it is one. Okay, I think I just attack with both. Actually, I'm not, because I think trading 1 damage for even 3 isn't a good deal for me right now. But Wormweaver Recoil will make Titanic Brawl good, because next turn I'll just jam a Wormweaver Recoil on my guy. So I can block this guy. Unless they have a combat trick, which I can't really beat. Then the next turn I can Titanic Brawl to fight this thing, and then start attacking them. It's close. Depends on what they draw. But I think we're in okay shape, maybe. This is a game that I think I would have won on the play, but obviously I won game 1, so you don't get to be on the play every game. Okay. For that, I do think I fire off the Titanic Brawl. Not because I really care, but because I don't want them to then play a Sky Knight Legionnaire and I just lose. I'm still in incredibly bad shape against a Sky Knight Legionnaire. But they'll fight, they'll kill my guy, and then they'll hit me for 5, and then I'll have the Wormweaver Coil to at least keep me somewhat in it. Because the nightmare is that they then have the ability to like attack past my Ledgewalker. And the thing I can do is I can like, attack with them for 7 and then sack it to make a 6/6 blocker, which is one of the things that's really good about the coil. What they doing? Oh, they just can kill an enchantment. That's really bad for me, actually. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so brutal for me. I have to do this. Ugh. Gosh. I just lose. I'm just dead on board if they play it correctly. If they know what their card does, which is almost 100% because they put it in their deck for a reason. They can even do it at instant speed. Yep. Okay, we're not dead yet because they did it that way. They could have... I guess they couldn't have forced us to block. I think they might have... Maybe could have. Yeah, they could have... This thing having trample's annoying. Hopefully they flood out. No, I'm dead. Oh, they have 2 of those cards. Okay, well... That might mean I want Muddle the Mixture. Yeah, I'm going to bring in Muddle the Mixture to counter that. I'm going to bring in Totally Lost again on the play. Fists of Ironwood seems kind of hard to use. I don't really need the trample. Titanic Brawl on the play is probably fine. I like Gather Courage. Croconora seems a lot worse. So does it? Actually, I'll cut Sprouting Renewal. Just have a little bit of everything going here. Gosh, maybe I want Simic Signet just as a ramp spell. I mean, I already have 2 Utopia Sprawls, so I feel like I don't need it, but gosh, that card that kills auras is so annoying. Okay, we'll keep this. We don't have a great hand, honestly, but it's keepable. I don't have that many blue sources. I mean, I have Utopia Sprawl, which is like my best draw. Why didn't I play Terramander? Well, that's just a misclick type error. Could cost me the game, you never know. But hopefully it doesn't. Just was busy talking. So you might be like, why do you have so many forests? Well, the thing is like, Utopia Sprawl is basically a blue source most of the time in my deck. So I could have them 1 point of life lower. For whatever that's worth. Maybe I'm supposed to block the 10 Street Dodger. I mean, my guy's not doing much for a long time. I don't have any auras to put on it. Though I do have, I mean, I don't have the ability to cast most of my auras. Because half of my auras cost 6. But maybe I just block 10 Street Dodger so they can't get a early light up the stage going. Sunhome Stalwart. Yeah, I'll definitely block if they give me the chance. They will not. Smart play. Yeah, just getting owned. This is not good. This is bad. Oh, it's frustrating. I am going to draw all my forests and lose badly. But that's the risk of the deck. Game 2, we did exactly what we were trying to do game 1. That's pretty much what the deck does. Play a hexproof guys, put an aura on it, profit. I feel like it's a little bit of a non-conventional archetype. I mean, my current hand is just like unplayably bad. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan to a hand that did my plan better. If I draw Moldervine, I guess I'm still in it technically, but it's not. I don't even have a hexproof threat. Kranko's command. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, this feels terrible. I'm sad. Gosh darn it. If I drew an island this turn, I'd be in it. Because I could flash in my Frilled Mystic, it would grow my Cloudfin Raptor, my Titanic Brawls would all of a sudden maybe do something. But I drew like all of the bad cards in my deck. Like these 2 cards are definitely the worst cards in my deck. They're like necessary evils, because if I have Moldervine, I can use them as kill spells, and I don't really have removal otherwise. But yeah. Feels bad to draw both of them. I don't think I could have really sideboarded that differently. Oh, man. I'm going to block the 1/1 that is... Yeah, I'm just feeling sad about this. Block. Take 6. This guy's basically unblockable. Even if I draw an island, it doesn't matter anymore, I don't think. Because they have those burn spells that I can't deal with. That is 1 card. But like they have, yeah, I'm just going to concede when they kill it. Yeah, they kill it in response. I did my best, but it was not to be. See you folks next round. Welcome to round 2. Lost a sad one in round 1, but this is a good hand. This actually has like 2 of the 3 pieces I need. Acceleration. Maybe I should just play the Simic Signet because my deck kind of relies on acceleration. I'm going to name blue for sure here. And my deck kind of relies on the acceleration to like power out its kind of expensive game plan, because this is like an overpriced card. Okay, they get their land back if they want. They can get a red land. 2 mana 3/1 is pretty bad for me, honestly. That's kind of huge. That thing hits very hard. My guy's a 2 mana 1/1. But the hope is that I can make my guy much better than that. Okay. So Radical Idea, going to be doing some heavy lifting. Just how we drew it up. So they're playing Jund. Do I trade? Probably not. I kind of need my guy in play. They don't even attack. Well, they can't block, so I don't really know what they're doing. Let's see if we find something. Ooh, another Ledgewalker. Well, we will attack. They're learning their lesson. Maybe attacking was net negative because now they know that they can attack me. I think I will block now. Now that I have a backup one. They can't really kill the first one anyway, unless they have like an edict effect. And this just gives me more time to draw what I need. Yep, we will block. I can only put auras on one of them really anyway. They're missing land drops. Nice. Okay, so we will flashback Radical Idea. Discarding forest. Ooh, that's pretty good. Name blue. Ping. Well, we have repeal, which digs us through our deck, which is nice. We're hitting them for 1 a turn. They just concede. That's hilarious. We had nothing going on. Okie doke. Well, I kind of want the Simic Signet and to cut a land. But I think I'm just going to run it back. I could play like Greater Moss Dog, Kakanura. I think we've already established that those cards don't really fit our plan. I like any card that draws me a card, but I don't really have tons of card draw per se in the deck. We'll keep this. Utopia Sprawl is certainly one of my best cards. Oh my gosh, they're playing Arboreal Grazer. We've got to be able to win this. Unless they have some crazy combo, I can't imagine this being correct. Maybe they sided it in. Can it block a Solana Ledgewalker? I don't think it can. It can only be blocked by flyers, right? Ooh, great draw. Utopia Sprawl is basically an island in our deck. I think we should probably cut another land, if I'm being honest. Because we have 18 mana sources for a deck that's basically all 1 through 3 drops. Okay, play that, play this. The 2/2 with Vigilance doesn't do much, but if we draw the Cloak now, we'll be in okay shape. So we have something to put our Moldervine Cloak on. This is Arboreal Grazer at its finest, stopping our 2/2 Vigilance. Probably the best that card is ever going to be. Nice, the Drudge Beetle. No attack. What if they have a flash creature and they want to trade? There's no point in giving them the option. They'll just block. But yeah, look at our Arboreal Grazer. It's done basically, it's doing blocking duty. He just concede. Okay, well, I'll see you folks in game 3. Hopefully we have a real game. I'm going to cut a forest and we'll talk about what we add after when we get to the next game. Welcome to the final round. We added in a Siege Worm for a forest, which is probably debatable, but we'll see how it does. Because we have a lot of cheap creatures to convoke it out with, was the logic. We have a Fist of Ironwood, which can help. This time I'm going to remember to play my Terramander on turn 1. Titanic Brawl is really not great in my deck. I probably should just add like a Greater Moss Dog just to make the Titanic Brawl better. Maybe that's a good strategy. That way I'll just have a reasonably sized creature. And when I dredge it back, I get close to my Molder Vines. Because Titanic Brawl is just a card I never want to see in my opening hand with all my 1/1s. I haven't drawn my Molder Vines as much as I've wanted to. It's kind of my purpose. Ooh, another aggro deck maybe. Well, we will just bounce a token to draw a card. We will name blue. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 turns away, realistically, from our Wormweaver Coils. They don't have that much aggression going on yet. And a tap land makes me feel good that they aren't going to play anything too scary this turn. Maybe they have a Lightning Helix. That's a good draw. They could have Condemn as well. I can give my guy +2/+2 and Titanic Brawl fight something, and then I have enough instants in this graveyard to adapt it. Gutter Snipe. Yeah, we'll just pass for now. Perfect. We draw the land. We're not cowards. This is not a pre-combat. Wait, why won't it let me cast my spell? Oh my gosh, it only enchants a green creature. That's hilarious. Did not realize that. Did not realize that. Well, that's good to know. Everyone's probably like, what are you doing? I'm starting to understand. Maybe I did some things incorrectly. It's funny that it never came up till now, because I always had the Ledge Walker in other situations. Man, that makes this card substantially worse. Oh well. We have a decent number of green creatures in the deck. Let's just go for the defensive combat trick. Risk getting blown out. At the risk of this not working well at all, or the upside of it working very well. Big mistake, friend. So we 2-for-2'd them. Now our Pteramander can fire up, so to speak. They should have played that in response to my combat trick, because then I couldn't have done that, and I would have gotten 2-for-1'd. No! Goodbye, Pteramander. Green creature! Oh, I'm in such trouble. I need the Moss Dog. The Moss Dog! I'm definitely gonna side that in. I'm realizing the error in my ways. Oh, that's funny. That is too funny. I'm stuck here with my Wormweaver coils. Oh, no. What do they got? What do they got? No! Revenge? What? Oh my gosh. That's just terrifying. I'm on a 7-turn clock. Green creature. Yes! Drudge Beetle. Oh my gosh, I can't even cast the Wormweaver coil yet. Ah! No! Oh gosh. If they had a kill spell, they would have killed and attacked me, which gives me some confidence. Boom. Not attacking yet. Trading 8 for 1 and deciding not to attack is crazy. Okay. Now I must attack. Gotta get that aggro going. I'm glad I have that guy. Charge! One, two, three, four, five, six. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast the Siege Worm. Unfortunately, I don't have mana to play Nightveil Sprite into this. But I do have enough to play Wormweaver Coil on Siege Worm, attack them for then 19, and then I'm still not dead to their Syndicate Swooper. And Syndicate Swooper can be chump blocked. If I draw a land especially, that would be nice. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I've got 2 massive creatures. Send in the gang! Go, go, go! Yep, they chump block. They go to 15. I'm still alive. I'm probably going to chump block the Syndicate Messenger. Wow, this is crazy. What a development. This thing's, I mean, this card's still sweet, even if you can't cast it on blue creatures, but I'm going to add in the Moss Dog to give me another green guy. And maybe even the Croconura at that point. Gosh. It's such a relevant piece of information. Let's just put it that way. Oh, gosh. Maybe over Titanic Brawl. That horrendous piece of cardboard. Well, this card being a Siege Worm has been good for me. We're using the Wormweaver coil. It's funny that I only learned what it did in the 3rd match. I was drafting under a completely different assumption that I could put this on my flyer. It still works great with Solana Ledgewalker, which is my main combo. Combo! I also wish that the second match had been more of a match, but my opponent just got crushed by their own mana base, it looked like, which my deck has done before as well, not being able to cast its Frilled Mystic, for example, by just running all these forests. 8 blue sources is still pretty good, though, because Utopia Sprawl can always be a blue source. So. Mugging. Oh no, don't kill me, please! Oh no! Oh no, now if they have a blocker, I'm dead. Oh, that's so brutal. Don't have a... Oh. They must have some... Oh, gosh. I have some draws that win me the game. Unfortunately, Moldervine is 1 point short of giving my Trampler enough damage. Oh, no. They have a blocker. Oh, the pain. Wait. They don't... Well, we're definitely drawing first. Let's see what we hit. Okay, we'll flash it back. Give me a... Oh, man. Well, let's attack. Is it enough? Charge! Oh, no. Oh, they kill their own guy to make a 1/1 jump blocker? Oh, that's crazy. That's insane. If they had mine, it's literally exactly enough, or like barely enough. Like I had 19 damage, so they couldn't shrink one of my guys. Oh my gosh, let's go. Huge. What a win. Well, we're bringing in the Moss Boy, the Krakenora. We're learning. We're learning what we need to do. So, both of those cards are green creatures. What do we not want anymore? I still like the Night Veil Sprite, because milling my guys is still pretty good. What can I cut? Probably Sprouting Renewal. And... a Titanic Brawl, which has just been bad every time I've drawn it. Yeah, let's go! Let's go! I still like the Terramander. Gives me something to do. Let's go, we can do it! I believe! The 2/1. There's almost no better feeling than scrapping out a 2/1. Yes! The combo! When we needed it most. The combo surfaces. Oh my gosh, we're gonna... And we even have the dog. The Doge! Oh my gosh, this is so satisfying. Just got our 2, 3, 4 lined up. Just classic Ledgewalker into Cloak. What a beating. I can't imagine just the tilt if your opponent just has a 4/4 hexproof unblockable on turn 3 attacking you. I'm going to lead with Island in case they play Krenko's command because I can bounce a token. The Wormweaver Coil, yes! Oh, it's so satisfying. Yes, they even did have the Krenko's command. I'll bounce one. Don't mind if I do. Filter through my deck. Reduce their pressure by a lot. Not that they can jump block the Solana Ledgewalker, but the Moss Dog will do a good job holding the fort, too. I also just wanted to hit land drops. Make sure I can deploy spells. Got 3, 4, and 6 lined up, so I just need 1 spell in the meantime. Sky Knight. Okay. Yep. We'll take it. They're hitting me for 3. I'm hitting them for 4. So I have them on a 5-turn clock. They have me on a 6-turn clock at the moment. So I'm actually winning this race. Because 4 is greater than 3. And once I play the Moss Dog, their damage will slow even further. Krenko's command, sure. So Moss Dog hopefully sticks. Ooh, that's a really good draw. Okay, so Utopia Sprawl on here. Name blue. Utopia Sprawl is such a beating of a Magic card. Let's be honest about that factoid. Hit them for 4. And then I can just put the Wormweaver Coil on my Solana Ledgewalker and hit him again. Hit him again! It's so satisfying. Yes! The combo. Gosh. I don't claim to always know what my cards do, but once I figure it out, it's pretty dang good. Oh, they can't even attack. Oh, the dream. My guy's hexproof, too. There's almost nothing they can do to stop me. Oh, my gosh. Come on, Wormweaver Coil. Just hit him. Hit him with the business. The Worm Weaver. Some use magic to spy through walls. Others use it to crush them. Oh my gosh. Target only a green creature. Well, good lucky for me, it's green. Oh man, that's so satisfying. Just whomp. Wallop them for 10. They have 6/9 power in play. And I can block, or I guess this is 10 power if they buff that guy. And I can't really deal much about it, but they have to have a flyer to deal with this engine piece that I've got going. I just block one of the goblin tokens and hope for the best. They got to attack with the... Oh, no, they can't. Oh, because the... Oh, wait, why are they attacking with Sky Knight? Sky Knight can block. Okay. Oh, they needed to block my Greater Moss Dog because they have another flyer. Okay, another Sky Knight. Oh, I might lose. Come on, totally lost. Frilled Mystic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grudge Beetle. No, we lose. Oh, that's so brutal. I'm so sad. Maybe I should have blocked the Mentor, maybe, but I still lose to their flyer then. Gosh, I was so confident in my victory. Ugh. I guess I do need the Vines of Vastwood. Oh, they didn't block the Moss Dog! No, they must have something. Oh, it'd be so funny if they just forgot to block it. Okay, exile it. Wait. Yeah! Yes! Why didn't they just block? Yes! Oh my gosh! I'll counter that. They could have just blocked and then done that. Yes! Oh, that's so fun. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we just won that game. Well, this is our well, this is the deck we were working with. It was a bit of a bumpy ride at times, but we managed to scrap out a nice little 2-1, and it was a lot of fun in the process. I mean, we didn't have almost all green creatures. We only had 3 blue guys that weren't green, so Worm Weaver Coil was sweet combined with the Ledgewalker. We had I think siding out Fists of Ironwood was probably just a mistake every time I did it, because we need this to make sure our guy has Trample to block through flyers. But I should have been playing this Greater Moss Dog and this Croconura, I think, just to give me more stuff over like a Titanic Brawl and like the Sprouting Renewal or something like that, just to make sure I had more green guys. Though this is also a green creature, but still. Just absolutely epic deck. I had a lot of fun playing this set. Hopefully you learned something, especially about how some of the cards work and how some of the interactions work and why you should definitely chump block before you cast your exile attacking creature. It was fun navigating. We pivoted away from red, which was really like awesome, like little draft strategy that we had to use. And overall, we built a super sweet deck. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did make it all the way till the end, leave hashtag Boggles, because this is a Boggles deck. Is just making a hexproof creature and loading it up. And it's just a classic strategy. So hashtag Boggles to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos of this set as well. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.